It's your girl, Blue Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said it, she got it. If you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up. Real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She call names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth black, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, it's Lou Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. Go.
She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with the heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Lou Pac, baby. Capiche?
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lou Pac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined. Got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lou Pac, baby, where every video got purpose.
Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I feel like I ain't been on here in forever, child. I've been taking them breaks consistently, but it's all good in the hood, y'all. anytime I take well, I ain't gonna say major break, but anytime I take these little breaks throughout the month, it means I'm preparing to go even harder the next month. Okay, who is calling me? Why is my child football coach calling me at this time? Like, it's a little too late. Now he back from the game. But anyways, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Thank y'all for y'all patience. I missed y'all. I know y'all be missing me because y'all be hitting me up like, Talk, where you at? Okay. I been spending a lot of time with my babies. We watch our little shows. We be having some stuff going on outside of, the everyday norm, busy life, child. But anyways, I will never neglect you guys. I promise. The most I'm gonna probably take off is 2 days. Other than that, I'm back in the fold. Trust the plus. Even though it's dry in the streets, I always can just come and talk because I have the gift of gab. So that's never an issue for me, y'all. It's never an issue. I can literally talk by myself for 2 hours straight. Okay. So that ain't a problem, but it is a little dry. It ain't too much going on. That's why I did this live because you got Lionia over there reminiscing about the life she had when she was with LaTruth, child. And when I say reminiscing, y'all, it's obvious. Like her story, let me see who in here. We gonna get into it. Cause ooh, child, listen, she is doing some heavy reminiscing over there. Let me see. Let me go up. Let me go up. Hey, sweet queen. Thank you for holding on the chat for me. Period. Love you down. Shout out to all my beautiful minds that's in the building. We got Queen Sexy Cat. We got Shaquintley. We got Miss Deborah. We got Miss Nina, Miss Shalene, Miss Dee Dee. We got, hold on, let me go down. Miss Novella. Shout out to my green team in the building. We got Queen Love Mail. We got I'm Forever Chosen, Miss Cynthia Crab. We got the J. Thank you to Jay for that cash out blessing you just sent me. I appreciate you, my love. You say, Pac, add to your title, all while her man attending and having a life at Root and Bow's Netflix movie. I wish I could, but unfortunately, it limits the characters on your title. So, but listen, we're gonna talk about a little bit of it all, y'all. We gotta catch up. So we're gonna run it down. We're gonna run it down. We're gonna run down a little bit of everything. Hey Terry, bro, thank you for the black and gold hearts, copyright and fair use. It is always needed in these YouTube streets. We got Miss Lisa. We got, hold on, Alexis. We got KB Mommy. We got, hold on, let me go down. We got Miss Lenora. We got Jaisha in the building. Miss Geraldine. Sweet Mocha. Who else? Let me see. Miss Witty. Discussion board. Period. Miss Michelle Spikes. We got Miss Freddie. Miss Yvonne. We got, shout out to Miss Yvonne for my first super. I appreciate you, my love. Hey, Latae. Thank you, sweet queen. Thank you for the super sticker. We got Scorpio Stings in the building. KD. Who else? Let's see. Let's see. Miss Diggs, Miss Darlene, Miss Evelyn. Who else? Miss Portia, Jubilee Time in the building. Miss Jackie H. We got Miss Audrey. Shout out to all the new names. I see y'all. I love it. I love it. I love when we get new subs over here. Hey, Michaela. Hey, Shell. Hey, loving my curves. Q Colson, Miss Lena. Shell in the building. Who else? Let's see. Let me go down. Hey, Miss Teresa, Miss Margaret. Thank you, discussion board, for the super. Yes, I was over there in Queen Fee Live. I had dropped in and out, y'all caught me. Okay. I dropped in and out because I heard them talking about some Cardi B stuff. So yeah, I put my little 1-2 cents in there. I ain't stay long. I just went in and out. Y'all. Hey AC, hey Miss Veronica, hey Rakita, Miss Reese, Christina, Tyrese with the T. I'm chosen. Love you more. We got Elise. Wait, hold on. I don't want to say that wrong. Alicia. I hope I said that right. Okay. Let me know in the chat if I said that right. Hey Fifi. Hey, here for a good time. Hey Vakisha. Solid as a rock. Shout out to you. We got Miss Sandra. We got Miss Deb. We deep, baby. Let me find out we going in on a big old Tuesday. Because y'all, I know it's dry, y'all. I know y'all like, man, it ain't nothing. Because, we didn't got used to the saga. Like, most of us barely watch TV, which I've been getting back into my TV shows. That's why I've kind of been slacking a little bit. But y'all know we didn't became accustomed to the what we call it, the ghetto soap, the ghetto internet operas. I don't know what to call it, child, but we became accustomed to it because this is where we would come and get our daily dose of messy drama, our little entertainment. So it's like, man, is it coming to an end or is it just beginning? That's the question. That's the question, y'all. What y'all think? Hey, Miss Lolita. Hey, Miss Audra. Hey, Epiphany by Tiffany. Hey, Miss Marjorie. Hey, Erin. Miss Angela B. Who else in here? Natia. Miss Angelique, I love you more, my girl. Miss Wendy. We got Tricy Trice. We got, hold on, let's see. We almost to the bottom. Miss Teresa House, Miss Marlena, Brown Sugar, Miss Phyllis. Okay, look at y'all on this big old Tuesday. Queen B, I see you. Who else? Big Flay in the building. I think I got everybody. Miss Janice Willie. Thank you, Miss Teresa, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Love your content. Thank you. Hey, Miss Melody. Hey, Miss Jackie. I got everybody, y'all. I know I missed you. I was about to write on your wall. Listen, no, just know I will not be going long, y'all. If I miss 9 times out of 10, let me tell y'all what it is. Okay, if I miss like, well, one day is the norm for me because y'all know for the most part I'll skip a day in between going live. But if I miss like 2 days, then it's like, okay, just think this: either she tired, she real tired, or she watching shows with her cheering. Just look at it like that, okay? Because that's what I be doing, y'all. Either I'm too tired to get online, but y'all know I told y'all I have to be feeling it. Like I could talk, like I really talk a lot, but I have to feel it to come live. I have to have that feeling, just for me to want to get up here. I have to be motivated. Thank you, HJ. And a collective hate to everybody that's coming in. I don't want to keep going and on and on and on with the formalities. So just know I love all of y'all, period. It's equivalent. The love is equivalent all across the board. Okay? It's not favoritism. Y'all just, some of y'all be getting on me about, Pac, you need to shut up. Like, you be doing too much with your intro. But y'all know that's just me. I like to talk to everybody. Shit. I like to talk to everybody. That's just me. But anyways, y'all, if you would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me at $Lupac2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people over there on that app. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. Shout out to y'all for blessing your girl before I even really got into it. I see, listen, I see the love. Okay. You can also support me by getting a membership. Shout out to my green team. I see y'all and I appreciate y'all, period, because y'all don't have to do that, but y'all do. We had a very successful love pot on yesterday. We gave away $1,000. Ooh, made me feel so good. And I will put up the screenshots so y'all can see the confirmation. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but my green team do. Okay. I was waiting on one last lady to respond, and she responded late last night. So I will put that up. Once I get off live, I'm gonna put that up. But make sure y'all watching them ads. Please hit that like button, y'all, and hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hey, if you can see it. Because some people don't even know what the hype button is. So only if you can see it. All right. Let me see. Let me see. It's brewing Park. Believe that. I believe. If anybody know, I know. That's why I asked y'all. I'm like, what y'all think? Is it coming to or is it just beginning? Because y'all know anything about this. If you know one thing about this saga, you know that it can go real, real quiet and dry, and then it's just a crank up like nothing. Because Laonia is the type of person that she she claims she don't like people speaking on her and doing content on her, but when you stop, baby, she gonna do something to get that attention back. Trust the plus, okay? She's gonna do something. And I think her posting those twins in her story was one of those something because she knew that for the most part nobody was really discussing her. We do our little lives, our little one too, but we ain't major over here. It's not like big platforms that's just discussing her or whatever. We have small platforms, so and there's only a handful of us that still talks about the saga. So she knows that. She knows that. And if you look at her page, baby, whoo, the numbers ain't giving what they once gave. Okay. So she's gonna definitely, in my opinion, start doing things that's gonna try to catch some type of attention. Period. Yeah. Let me go down. Let me go down. Hey Tamika Woodard. Hey, Queen Steph. I think I seen Queen Steph coming here. Is she in here? I could have sworn I seen her name. I don't see her comment though. But if you are, hey, Queen Steph. Shout out to Miss Lolita for being a 9 month member. You say Lupac always rocking with you. Thank you, my love. Y'all, some of y'all told me to go create a kick. So I finally created a kick, y'all. I'm still trying to figure it out because it is a little difficult. I'm like, why is this app so difficult? So I did create that. So if y'all find me, just follow me over there. Give me a little time to kind of, try to figure it out and set some stuff up. What I'll do is I'll just stream on both platforms, but I'm not leaving YouTube. Okay, we ain't doing that. Now I will double stream to try to get an extra coin because you can get paid over there too. But yeah, it won't be no just moving y'all all across the board. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But I want to try to get a little coin over there too because I was watching 2K and he said Kick pays really well. So, but the thing about Kick, you got to go live for hours. So that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough for me. Like I seen his live streams and he doing like 3 and 4 hour lives. I'm like, oh Lord, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe we can try on the weekend, and play some music because they do let you play music over there. So we could probably do a live on the weekend over there and just vibe out with some music, y'all. Old school, new school, and that Louisiana vibe. Period. We can get it crunk. But we're gonna see y'all. But y'all can go follow me over there. Just search Lupac Baby, and I am over there. I don't have nothing on the channel yet, but I'm gonna be adding some stuff. Okay, be adding some stuff over there too. Um, but yeah, y'all. So this just a little dialogue live. We just gonna try to catch up on everything that's been going on. Um, Most of y'all know that Laonya did post the twins the other day in her story. Shout out to Queen Step for that. Um, what else? Janostrals, still posting cartoons as if he didn't know. Which you know what? I personally think that he didn't know. I think he didn't know, y'all, because some was saying that it wasn't intentionally posted in her story for everybody. It was supposed to be like a private thing, but I don't know. That's hard to believe since Queen Step dropped that video showing not only pictures, but it was also a video post. She posted them at the fair. I was supposed to go live about this yesterday and tell y'all this because I watched Queen Step's video. She posted them at the fair, all of the kids, y'all, and then she turned the camera to the twins also. So that gave very much intentional for me. When she did that, I was like, that wasn't meant to be a secret. She did that on purpose. Like she wanted to show them, which brings me to my next point, right? So if you showed them, because tell me if I'm reaching, y'all. Let me know if I'm reaching or whatever. Okay, so I did see that she posted a side by side on her big channel yesterday of her, Lala, and Momo when they was all little, basically saying triplets, right? Now, mind you, she has 6 kids, 3 girls, 3 boys. Alea was left out of that fold. Now, one could say, well, Pac, she don't post the twins on social media. But that kind of changed when she posted them on social media, right? In her story. She posted both babies. So my thing is, let's say it like this also. So why she didn't just put the baby girl in the caption? Like, why she could have just said, Alea looks like her dad. Or you know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. Because Lala and Momo do favor her a little when she was younger, even though I feel like Momo looks more like LaTruth. She just has Laonya's skin color, but she favor her daddy more to me. Like she got LaTruth mouth, everything. Okay. Um, but I'm like, why wouldn't she even make mention? And then I start reading the comments, and there's people in the comments saying the same thing. Like, what about the baby girl you just had? Because it kind of gives off as if you just excluding her as if these are your only kids. That's what it kind of gave. And you could tell it kind of gave that because of some of the comments. That's where you go. When you want to see if you tripping or not, go to the comments. If other people is expressing the same thing as you, 9 times out of 10, you ain't tripping. Okay? That's exactly what I did. Queen Steph said Momo has RH whole head shape, smiling. All she do. She look. Ain't no denying that one. Okay, it's crazy because Momo and DW look completely different, but they both look like they dad. That's the crazy part. Like they both look just like the truth to me, but they don't look like each other. But yeah, I was like, even if you didn't want to post your newest addition, baby Alea, to that picture, to that comparison, she could have still put in the caption, you know, these two daughters right here are my twins, triplets, whatever she, because she put triplets with herself. But Lele looks like Janelle, like or like her daddy. She could have said that to just not exclude her. You know what I'm saying? So I got a feeling, y'all. I don't know why, but I got a feeling it's gonna be a lot of excluding her. I got a feeling, and you could tell just by how a lot of movement been going since she had them. Baby boy gets so much attention. Like the boy twin, baby, he gets all the attention. Even when she posted that video in her story and those pictures, she posted like 9 to 11 pictures. Queen Step, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat on the amount of pictures, but it was like 9 to 11 pictures she posted. And every single one of those pictures, it was focused on the boy twin. Am I reaching? Or because I know if I have a set of twins, right? Now it's a difference when your kids are at an age where they like, mama, please don't take no pictures of me. Because we all got kids that, you know, we might have one that likes to be on the camera, we might have one that don't. And that's all fine and dandy, but they are babies. So they don't have none of that control, right? So it just looks real funny when you focusing on only one when you have those two. It's twins. So it looks real crazy. It really does. And people can't say that it don't, because what I keep thinking about is when she, you know, crashed out on Janelle that time, and she was like, he's trying to differentiate between the twins, like, because he wanted two boys. But it kind of gave projection because that's what she does now. She does that. And if y'all remember when she first had him, she was showing her and Janelle was showing so much attention to the boy twin to where people started calling it out all in her comments and saying, and I'm talking about people that ain't even in the saga. People like their supporters started calling it out and saying, why y'all don't show the girl attention, right? And that's when they started including her a little more. So people can see what's going on. They ain't blind. But back to those pictures, shout out to Queen Steph, she said it was 9. Every single one of those pictures, if y'all seen them, it was focused on the boy twin. Like the ones where you can kind of see the girl, it was like a peekaboo moment. Like why? Why didn't you? Because if you moving your camera, if you show, because she showed, the crazy part is she showed all the kids. That was the purpose of her stories, showing all the kids while they're at the fair, right? So then when she moved the camera to film the twins, you can tell she was like filming at an angle to where the girl couldn't really be noticed. It was only like peekaboo moments in maybe 3 of the pictures. Ask Queen, if you think I'm not, ask Queen Steph. If you seen it, let me know in the chat if I'm tripping. Like that's how it was, y'all. That's how it was. And it's crazy because that baby is beautiful. I love me a chocolate baby. Like I love me a little chocolate baby, y'all. I don't know why, but I guess because it's always like an opposite thing. Like I'm light skinned and I just love chocolate babies. Even though I got, well, King ain't really chocolate. He's more like a caramel. I be saying chocolate because he's darker than my other two. But everybody be like, King is not chocolate. Like he but I still say chocolate. But I love me a chocolate baby. I just feel like the skin be like butter. Like, I just love a good chocolate baby child. But girls, don't hide your baby. Like, don't do that. And of course she would never say that's what she doing. Like, who would own up to that? But don't do that to her. The people don't realize when you do certain things. See, right now, they small, so they won't realize or recognize the difference being made. But once they start getting older, you best believe it's going to have some type of effect. You best believe it. And if you think I'm tripping, I have a clip, a receipt, and I played this for y'all before. If y'all remember when Dawn played those V notes, those audios of Laonia's sister Zanadia, Walt's one of Walt's daughters, which is Laonia's sister on her daddy's side. Walt daughter Zanadia, Bree's sister. Dawn played audios of them talking about the situation with Bree, and one of the things that Bree's sister said was that she shows a difference between her kids. She said on that audio, and because Isaiah's chocolate, she treats him different from the other ones. Matt, y'all let me know if y'all want me to find it and I'll play it. So y'all know I'm not capping. Her sister said that. So if people on social media can notice it, then that should tell you something. That came from her sister, who ain't even in the saga. And she also said that she helped the siblings on her mama's side because they're light skinned. That's what she said. She said that on those audios. Look, Scorpio says she remember because I played it for y'all before and I put it in a video, when I was making a point or whatever. But it's just unfortunate, and people gotta realize when you do stuff like that with your kids, it makes them resent and hate you when they get older. Like it really does. It really does. And you know what's crazy? God'll do something in that child's life. And I ain't just referring to her because there's other people that do that too. But God will do something in that child's life to make you regret it, like make them great in some uh shape, form, or fashion. He will make that child great or brilliant in whatever field just because you did what you did when they was younger. Okay? Just like a lot of kids, y'all notice how a lot of kids, like the dads don't be in their life, and then next thing you know, that child it make it to the NFL or the NBA, and the daddy want to come back around 15 years later like he did something. Child, bye. If you don't go set all the way down. Shout out to Nene for being a 13-month member. She said, I'll take the baby girl since she doesn't want her. Listen, I love me a good chocolate baby, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Hey, Tokyo. Wait, what did I miss? She always treated him bad. Look at the pranks she used to play her. Yes, that's another thing. I put that prank. If y'all remember, she did that prank on Isaiah where she poured all that flour on him while he was taking a nap. Who does that? I've never seen nobody do a prank like why would that even come to your mind? The fact that could have got in his nose, it could have choked him up. Like that's flour. A lot of you have to been here since the beginning to see that, but it is in one of my videos. I can't remember exactly which one, but she did a prank one time where Isaiah was sleeping in his room. It was her and Lala, and he fell asleep, and she said she had told him to clean his room, but he fell asleep or whatever. So she decides to pour cooking flour, all over his face while he was sleeping. Who does a prank like that on a child? That you could tell his emotions was real. This wasn't fake. It wasn't no fake emotions because it was a real prank. Like she really did it, and she tried to cover it up with because he was screaming at her. Why would you do that? Like he started screaming at his mama, and to the point where she started like um bumping up to him, boosting up to him, like to as in a disciplinarian type of way. But you don't violate your kids like that. You deserve for him to get an attitude with you in that moment. Because what people fail to realize is yes, kids supposed to respect their parents, but parents are also supposed to respect their kids' boundaries as well. You don't do nothing like that's not a good prank. Like a prank where it can cause potential harm. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. And you know what's crazy? She got all damn near 90% of the reactions to that prank was bad. Them people was going in the comments. That's how you know it wasn't a good prank. Cause who would do that? Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Wait. Yep. Who would do something like that? Like that's not a prank that I would ever consider doing to one of my kids because like I tell you all the time, I'm very proactive and I think about future tense, like what could come from it, the repercussions, the consequences. And you got to know that that could have choked him up to where he could have had to go to the hospital. It could have got in his eyes. It went all in his nose. It was all in his hair. Like she just poured flour all over that child, all over his face, not his body, his face. It would have been different if she would have just did it on his body, but she poured it on his face. You can't tell me that was cool or that was fun. And that wasn't a laughing moment. Okay. So, but back to what I was saying, y'all. Like I said, when it came down to the picture she posted, I feel like she could have at least added the girl twin in the caption, like saying, well, I did this because, 2 out of the 3 looks like me and Lele looks like Janelle. And that would have been a done deal. But because she didn't do that, you have a lot of speculation in the comments along with past behaviors supporting the fact that she shows a difference. Period. And that's what she don't like. She don't like people calling her out about that or start saying, "Oh, they talking about my kids." No, people are talking about you, ma'am, and how you move when it comes to your kids. That's what they talking about. So hold on, y'all. Dang, I hate that my coffee get cold so doggone fast. I just made it and it's already cold. I'm gonna wait a little while before I call my son to come warm it. So if you look on her hey corporate thugging with Mika and this and this, shout out to my birthday twin. If you look on Hey True Slayer, if y'all look on her story on Facebook, her her big Facebook page, the Miss Brianna page. When I tell you everything she like, y'all, it got ooh, child, at least it looked like between 30 to 50 clips, okay? And it's all reminiscing on now, mind you, LaTruth ain't in the videos, of course. She can't post him. But all of those memories are from when she was married. That speaks volumes to me. Because you would think, yeah, okay, granted, this is memories you had, you in the memories, whatever. But once you move on to another man, why would you want to reminisce about moments that happened during your marriage? That lifestyle is gone. And you know what's crazy? The reason why I turn this into a live, y'all, because this is a prime example, right? To basically show how marriages are not perfect. But if it's worth it, it's worth it. If it's worth it, it's worth it. Ain't no marriage perfect, but based on all of the moments she's sharing right now and has been sharing for the past few days, because this ain't just started today, okay? She been sharing all of these old clips on all social media platforms for a few days. To me, it's like, girl, are you reminiscing? Do you miss your husband? Because all of this happened while you was Mrs. LaTruth. And then when you get to the end, she might have 2 or 3 clips from when she was with Janelle. And that's the crazy part because this is the same person who made it seem like Janelle opened so many doors for her. He did so much for her, in this relationship or whatever. But yet you barely have any memories to share as far as what he did for you. Like, where are those memories? Because we know she recorded it. She's a content creator. She don't have that, it granted she was with LaTruth for 6 years and Janelle going on 3. That's the crazy part. She's almost half that time in with Janelle that she was with her husband and don't even have half the memory. Don't even have half. But portrayed him as this man who opened doors while he over there. Child, I wanted to put this in my caption. Y'all, I couldn't fit it, okay? But I wanted to say while Janelle is still Janelle over there with colored contacts. Child, this man got some hazel contacts on to go to a premiere. Listen, Now, don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with contacts, but you know, it ain't too often that you see a man wearing, especially if they're not prescribed. Okay, like yeah, this man wear. When I seen that on his page, I'm like, oh, when did they start doing that? Like, Janelle want to be a pretty boy so bad, sir. It's not in you. It gotta, it got to be in you, but it ain't in you. Okay, you want to be a pretty boy so bad. Uh, but y'all just posting back to back to back to back. Oh, and not to mention, including in those memories. Hold on. We got 447 in the building, y'all. Please run up the likes for me. I think I'm supposed to say, wait, let me go back up. Um, hold up. Because I think she gave me a super. Let's see. Dang, where is that? Them comments be going by fast. 220 morning. Thank you for my super. Yes, y'all support my little goal if y'all can. Y'all know I've been missing in action, so I need everything I can get, y'all. Okay, I need everything I can get. Period. But thank you, my love, the soul of a woman. I knew I seen you in here. I was like, I could have sworn I seen my girl in the comments. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to all my beautiful minds that's in here. Um, what was I saying, y'all? Oh, so in those clips in her story, hey, Mr. Sander, in those clips in her story, y'all, why she added two clips well, one is of Naya when they was on a trip, look like Jamaica. Naya is dancing. And then the other one, she has a video of her and the kids and also Ayana's sons walking behind. Like they had went on a trip also. I'm like, that's to me, that's a slap in the face because these are two women who were very good friends to her. Very good. One who cut her off, and the other one they fell out because of Janelle. If y'all remember, Naya is a friend that was friends with her since high school. That's what they say, right? They had been friends since high school. Naya knew her the longest out of everybody. So to do what she did to Naya was jacked up because Naya would look out for that girl. Like y'all, she would look, and you would think that, oh, if you look at the videos that was posted, oh, she bought Naya a car, oh, she bought Naya a house, child, y'all, that was skits. Okay. The crazy part is a lot of people believe that when it actually happened because the saga wasn't going on at that time. So you thinking, oh, she's this great friend. She just buying houses and cars for her friends, and oh, it don't get no better, child. Whole time, how you buying a house for somebody and you ain't even bought a house for yourself? So we later found out that later on down the saga that she didn't buy that. Even when it came to the Jaguar that she allegedly bought for Ayana, that was a skit. Somebody sent me those text messages. Matter of fact, somebody sent me those messages. I have those in my receipts where Ayana was saying how it was a skit, and Laonya called her that morning or the day before about doing the skit or whatever, and it pissed Ayana off because initially when the skit was first done, Laonya captioned it to make it seem like it was real. And then later on down the line, when Ayana started raising hell because people was dragging her in the comments, like it was an ungrateful skit, y'all. Basically making it seem like Laonya was this great friend who just bought her friend a Jaguar, and Ayana was ungrateful because she wanted a G-Wagon, right? Or whatever kind of Mercedes. So people thought it was a real skit and they started dragging Ayana for filth. Like, dude, they started dragging her. So Ayana messaged Laonya and was telling her, like, hey, you need to let them know that this is a skit. Because I'm being dragged and they don't even know you came up with this idea. So yeah, I have those messages also. Okay. But back to what I was saying, y'all. Both ladies, now, mind you, even though I feel like both of them played a part in destroying RH's livelihood on account of her. They was going off of what they thought was right when it came to their friend. A lot of people sided with Laonya in the beginning because they thought she was a victim, right? Them also, even though I feel like Naya knew it was Cap. Naya knew it was Cap. Okay? I'm cutting Ayana a little bit of slack. I feel like because she was a DV victim, she was going, she was believing her friend. But I feel like Naya knew Laonya was Laonya, period, because of how long she knew her. So, but back to what I was saying, if y'all remember, Dawn released messages about the Naya situation and Laonya falling out. Basically, Naya got into it with Janelle at some event. I forgot which event it was. And Janelle called her a fat B, and he told her, tell your husband or tell your man pay your rent, fat B, or something like that. I can't remember verbatim. And Bree didn't do or say anything. She just let him but you know what? In those type of situations, you gotta look at how that man talked to her. So if you her friend and she allowed him to cuss her ass out, what makes you think she gonna intervene if he cuss you out? She don't care about herself getting cussed out. No self-respect at all. Like he just very disrespectful. So he did that to Naya, and Naya wondering like, how does he even know this? Like, but you see, if you looking at the messages, you can tell that Bree was manipulating the situation a lot because she was like she told Dawn, everybody vent to their man. But you telling him your friend's personal business. One, I feel like certain boundaries shouldn't be crossed because you know what type of ninja you got, for one. It ain't like he was her best friend. Like Naya was your friend longer than you was with Janelle. Way longer. That's the crazy part. She even helped Bree plan that big old shindig that she did for Janelle. If y'all remember early in the saga, when she bought him all that stuff, the very first time we found out in the saga that she was spending a coin on this ninja. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he basically disrespected Naya to the point of no return, and Bree lied to her and said that Janelle went through her phone and seen their messages, and that's how he knew her business. But come to find out, because she told Dawn that she was actually telling Janelle, venting to him, is what she said, about Naya's business. And of course, because it got out in the saga, Naya found out all of it. She found out everything. So the friend slash sister she thought she had, she, yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. And this is why I say Laonya gives narc vibes. She definitely possesses a lot of those traits. I won't say she's a full blown narcissist because y'all know I don't diagnose anybody because I'm not a licensed therapist. Okay. But she definitely possesses a lot of those traits, especially with the gaslighting and manipulation. She played so many people against each other in the saga is crazy. And you could tell by all of the messages. All of the messages that came out throughout the saga, she was playing them against each other. Think about it. Ayana came out and said that while they were in that group message, the group messages Dawn put out between all of Laonya's friends, and they was jumping on Ayana in that group message because they thought, because Bree told them that Ayana was telling people in the saga her business, even though it wasn't true, right? They started jumping on Ayana and wanting to fight her and this and that. Now, mind you, the whole time they going back and forth in the group chat, Bree is underhandedly texting Ayana from her other phone, apologizing and stuff. So Ayana put that out. If y'all remember, she said that. She said that, and she said she sent her an edible fruit arrangement that she threw in the trash because no, I don't want that friendship no more. That is crazy. So for you to be posting videos of memories with it just shows y'all how you can literally F up every relationship. But the same person who keep posting God keep revealing and removing and revealing is the same person who's reminiscing about those very same relationships she allegedly told God to remove and reveal. Okay. But like I said on my last live, um, I don't like when people feel like they are so favored to where God is just looking out for them and nobody else matters. As if we in this saga haven't seen the role that she's played and that some of the things she's done to people. That's crazy to me. And don't, and they be so naive, don't realize that this is why you're going through what you're going through now. All of these hardships hit you back to back, financially, physically, mentally. This is why. This is karma. This is a karmic path for everything you've done to people for the past couple of years. God don't bless no mess. I really believe, y'all. I'm really starting to think that she believes in her mind that she's excluded from karma. That God just, give her passes for her behavior, and everybody else is getting crucified for what they do to her in retaliation or in return. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. That's crazy. And that's why I said when she made that post, God keep removing and revealing, how you know he ain't removing the good people away from you? Because that's a possibility also. It don't have to just be, oh, he removing and revealing bad people out of your life. Because if you ask me, if we going off of the things that we've seen receipts for and witnessed throughout the saga, he removed good people away from her demonic self. That's what it gives to me. Hold on, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. My son was in the front, so I had to go bring my coffee in there because he didn't hear me. Okay, hold up. Let me put my stuff on the charger. Thank you, Nene. Thank you for my soup and my love. You say adding to the goal. I appreciate you. Let me go down in these comments. Hey, Bobby, you say Pocket said she's doing anything so people can talk about her. No one really talking about her. Nobody for real. Like we do our little one too, but like I said, y'all, we not big over here, so it's not moving us. Us doing our little discussions or still talking about things of the saga is not doing nothing for her. So when people say, "Oh, y'all stop giving her what she wants," we really not. Like we really not. The ones that she would want to talk about her, like the big channels that can push people her way, that's what she want, but it's not happening. It's not happening. She gonna have to do something really, really crazy, like crash out on Janelle or really show them twins. I'm talking about post them on her platforms publicly for her to get some motion. Because the motion ain't motioning right now. It's really not. Thank you, boo. Close my door. It's not giving what she wanted to give. And you could tell like them numbers to have 3.3 million followers. Matter of fact, let me see something. To have that many followers and your numbers be that low is crazy. Hold on, let's go see. Uh The post she made with her and the girls. 378 comments, 23 shares. Okay, she did a little okay for the post 5 days ago. She got 374, 1.8K shares on that one. The last video she did, September 11th, 451K views. But the only thing is, Facebook is not paying for lives no more. I don't know. Are they paying for videos? If you monetize on Facebook, let me know, because I don't know. I don't know. So, but I remember them saying they not paying for live streams anymore. Like, it's not that money. That money is gone. Okay, that live money. 2K was talking about that too. How Facebook went from paying people was making 30 to 70 to 100K a month to where it's like nothing, nothing. Like, that is crazy. Thank you. Wait, who sent that? Thank you, Ramsey. Thank you for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you. You say I love your content. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate me. Period. I love y'all. Let me finish going down. Hey, Miss Brenda. She needs to leave Queen Step the fuck alone. Wait, what happened? What she did, Queen Step? Shout out Tiana. Hey, Treek. Hey, Anu. She let the internet trick her out her marriage. Facts. And now back to the reminiscing. Y'all, like I'm telling y'all, it's so many videos. And it looked like it start from past videos up until like more future tense videos. You can't tell me, ain't no way. Even if I'm not posting my ex-husband in the videos, I wouldn't even be posting videos that I made when I was with him. That's crazy to me. Like, it's giving reminiscing. Like, I know I ain't tripping, but y'all, because it's so many. It's not like one or two where it's just her in the video. This is videos where she actually had a bag. It's like she reminiscing about the money she once made. She's reminiscing about the trips she used to take, and just things she could do. And she don't have that with Janelle. Unfortunately, like the fact that you lost your marriage to go and you. That's why they say God will never send you someone else's man. If y'all remember when she first got with Janelle, she used to thank God for him. Like, I'm talking about publicly. Oh, thank you, God, for sending me this great man. And no, that man was with Chrissy when he met her. God ain't gonna send you somebody else's man when you still in the marriage too. And that's why that relationship is karmic. This is why I say, y'all, her best bet, her best option for her to really start getting her blessings again. Well, for one, she gotta right some wrongs that she, probably would never own up to. But she gotta get away from that relationship. Twins or not, that relationship will never be blessed because of how they came into it. How you get them is how you lose them. Why y'all think he damn near cheated the whole relationship? If he cheated on Chrissy with her, why wouldn't he cheat on you with other people? Like, how you get them is how you lose them. I don't never want nobody else, man. Child, it's too many in this world to have to take one from somebody else. Like, no, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing that. Like, her best bet is to leave him alone and just start from scratch, start fresh. Even though she's hanging on to him by a thread, like I said, it's definitely given hanging on to him by a thread because he's somewhat of celebrity status in a sense. Y'all don't beat me up about that because, even though he ain't A-lister, he's somewhat of celebrity status. He's in the industry, right? And I think that's her last hope of getting one of that kind. Like, she's real big on image. Hence why she went after him in the first place. Because it went from, oh, I could date a ninja from McDonald's if he treat me right, to getting a ninja who's in Tubi and Amazon Prime movies who don't treat you right. So that's the crazy part. When she said that, when she said that on that live stream, y'all, she was comparing him to RH, and that was early in their situationship. Not child, lo and behold, as time progressed, she found out who he really was. Because you said She said, I would rather be with a ninja from McDonald's who gonna treat me like a queen than to get with another ninja like that who treat me like Shaq. That's what she said in that video. Whole time you with a even worse ninja, one that's 10 times worse. Y'all remember when it was said that he was worse than RH, but she's still with him though, still with him, and that's why I say she's holding on to him by a thread. Ain't no way in hell. You better listen. Better listen to the old folk. One thing I know is I learned that you don't stay in a relationship for the kids, and you damn sure don't procreate or make a child to try to keep a man. It never works out. It never works out. Let me go down. She had all her followers to attack Naya. Yup. She may be missing Robert, but she can forget about that. He's not helping. Oh no, that's a wrap, y'all. That's LaTruth living his best life over there with his lace front little what they call little fades. Child, he over there with his little fades. Y'all seen the thumbnail? Like he living his best life. That man ain't looking, he ain't doubling back. When I say he sacrificed his livelihood for his peace, that's what I mean. Because if he would have stayed with her, he would still have everything. He would still have everything. He wouldn't be in the, people wouldn't have drugged him, none of that. But he sacrificed his livelihood for his peace. And that's what he getting. And he's rebuilding. If you look at the circumstances now, you can see who's doing better. You can see who's doing better. They can say what they want about RH, and they done did everything in their power to tear this man down. But he still got his vehicles, the same one. The Tesla's still there. He traded in the Tahoe. Was it a Tahoe? Something like that. For that Jeep, he still got it. He's still in his apartment. Very nice apartment. He ain't had to downsize, upsize, move because he can't afford the rent. None of that. He's still there. He only moved one time within this saga. And she didn't move like 5 or 6. Give or take one. Okay? So they don't say I'm lying. She didn't move a hell of a lot. Downsizing, upsize. Well, upsizing, then downsizing, then downsizing, then downsizing. Okay? So if we going off of her logic, this is what she said in the beginning of the saga. She said you'll be able to tell who's the better person or the innocent person by who God is constantly blessing. So if you ask me, multiple court case numbers ain't a blessing from God. Okay? Boo banga. Love you more, sister girl. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming in. Who else in here? Let me go down. Hold on. Let me see what these comments talk about. Hey, Ladywood, you say boundaries. Her setting boundaries. She probably doesn't even know how to spell boundaries. Yeah. What's up, all 5 of me? I really believe she be praying to God about herself to move and reveal her. Child, you never know. You never know. Let me see. Hold on. Hold up. Yes, hit the like button, y'all. Hey, Miss Yolanda. We got how many we got? 473 in here. We should not be 200 and something on the likes, y'all. Come on, let's run them likes up. Let's get it to at least 375 now. At least 375 on the likes. Why he don't take her on those premieres or red carpet walks? If y'all notice, it ain't been too much of nothing going on over there. That's the crazy part. It ain't too much of nothing going on over there. He doing his little one too. But think about the timing of it all. And a few other bloggers said this as well, right? Ever since he got that car, you seen them together once. And that was at what? That little thing where they went to where they was making those little bears look like little plaster bears, whatever they call it. That one event that she recorded is what you seen. Other than that, whatever he posts is him, and she over there posting all these old memories. My thing is, and y'all know how she moved. What happened to the New Beginnings page? Anybody know? I thought it was New Beginnings. That's interesting. But everything she posting is old memories. You can't tell me you ain't We know how she give it up. Like she wants to post her business. And it's ways to post your business without posting your business. Like little clips here and there, like a lot of people do on YouTube that do the vlogging channel. But you can't tell me that this girl don't want to post. But life is not life and like it used to, y'all. It's not giving what it used to. And it's not all extravagant with Janelle how it was with LaTruth. It's a big difference. It's a really big difference. I don't know if she's gonna be able to come back from that one. Like that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be real hard. Just like Lupac said, too late to show the twins now. No one really cares anymore. Well, you know what? Like I said, I feel like the first time, maybe the second time, she'll get a little motion from that, but it's not gonna give what it would have gave if she would have started from when they first was born. If she would have started showing them when they was first born, yeah, it would have been. She would have got a whole bunch of viral moments showing as time progressed with them. But now because it's still a good bit of people in suspense that want to see, so she'll probably get you know two viral moments if she posts them and then post them again. But after a little minute, no, it ain't gonna give that. Because people they just like, girl, at this point we don't even care. That's the type of attitude they giving because they're like, y'all not celebrities. Like, and I think that's why one of the reasons why she posted them in her story, because she was trying to fill people out. She was trying to see the reaction she would get from doing that. But she didn't delete it. So, but I feel like Janelle didn't know. Okay. Hey, I am her. I'm good, my love. Thank you for asking. Let me see. I think she want that marriage back too. They could say what they want, but reminiscing like that, y'all, ain't no way in hell I'm reminiscing on all them moments. Like I said, I can see if it was maybe one or two moments, but look like 30 to 50 clips, all from damn near when you was married. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. The only thing ain't in it is LaTruth. She can't post them, but yeah, that's real interesting. And then, that's another thing too. So, if y'all notice, even with those clips, it's like, okay, she had so many. This is why a lot of people supported her in her marriage, right? Because I feel like that marriage not only gave structure and discipline to the kids, but also to her as a wife. She had to be a wife in that marriage, right? And she had so many moments with her kids while she was with LaTruth. Notice how even when she make like little birthday posts or just anything showing her kids, it's all videos from the marriage. Like how you been out of your marriage all what? They've been separated almost 3 years now. Next month I make them 3 years separated. Not divorced, but separated. And you don't have but a handful of memories with your kids. Make that make sense. You gotta post all of these old videos and pictures from your marriage just to show your baby. That's crazy to me. It shows how when LaTruth left, so did that structure. It left too. So when she say her what she said, the goal is not to be a mom. How she said that, y'all? Dang, I forgot how she said it. Put it in the chat, y'all. When she said something about she said her calling is not to be a mother. So when she said that, yeah, that was the truth. That was the truth because she not only did she lose her husband, it's like she lost the whole dynamic and structural dynamic of being a mother and a wife. Because your kids should be able to experience everything with you through life. You're their mother. Like just because you get a man don't mean you put your babies on the back burner. No, that means you start doing family stuff. So when y'all going to the movies or going eat out or this and that, the kids should be with y'all. Just like they was when LaTruth was there. They say a lot about that man, but damn near every memory she got with her babies, she was in that marriage. So what's the difference now? What's the difference? Because people like to talk a whole lot of shit when it comes to that, but why she can't post no recent memory? Why all of her memories with her babies is from when she was married? They was dressing like triplets. Her, Momo, and Lala. LaTruth was dressing like triplets with the boys. They in their little Nike sweatsuits, and her and the girls in their little jogging suits, and like all of those memories, the TikTok videos, all of that. She was with LaTruth, and that's all she's posting now. Something in the milk ain't clean. Either she doing that because she has zero content and she don't feel like she's at a point where she can't because she's so about her image, right? And that, I think that has a lot to do with it also, y'all. The fact that she's the type of person that she wants people to view her in a certain light, which is why she started calling herself Big Bree, right? She wants to be viewed as the person with the motion. That's how she portrayed it. When she came out head first in the saga, she portrayed herself as the person who carried that marriage. Oh, I'm Big Bree. Oh, I'm the motion. Oh, I built, such and such, and I did this, and I paid that, and I did this, and yeah, she painted the narrative that LaTruth, you know, he basically wasn't who he actually is. That's the narrative she tried to paint. That she was holding up everything. She was the reason for everything, right? Even though we know otherwise, because what's going on right now? Like, why isn't it giving that right now? But it's just real crazy because yeah, like you don't have any recent memories. Like, where are all the memories with Janelle? And I ain't talking about, now don't get me wrong, because y'all know she be listening and she go double back and start trying to post stuff to prove people wrong. But I ain't talking about just little video clips with her and Janelle. I'm talking about with all of them together, kids included, because they are a part of that family. They are a part of that. So I'm talking about those type of memories. Because all of those memories that's being posted now is like trips, the constant trips. She was able to take trips all the time, bringing her friends, they kids, her kids. It was her and LaTruth and the kids. Like, she can't do that now. She can't do that now. And it's crazy because Janelle is the same person who she came on the internet and apologized to. She wouldn't apologize to LaTruth for everything she did to him, the person who actually set her up for her to be able to have generational wealth to pass on to her kids. Now, did she mishandle it? Yes. Is she accountable for mishandling it? Yes. You can't blame him for you fumbling your own bag. Because she painted that narrative also that LaTruth fumbled the bag, but she fumbled her bag also. She fumbled herself, if you ask me. Because the bag ain't bagging like it used to. A lot of that money should have been saved, baby, on both ends. Not just her, LaTruth also. We got to keep it a buck, y'all. Both should have saved a lot of money from the type of money that they was making, right? A lot of money should have been saved between both parties. And that's I ain't gonna say that's common because I don't know too many people that fumble that type of bag, but it happens. Let's just say that it's life. But ooh, I don't know if I'll be become like I'll be heartbroken. Child, that's that hurt right there, y'all. That is that hurt, child. Fumbling that type of money and having nothing to show for it. Man. Hey, Miss Linda. Let me go down, see what y'all talking about in these comments. And she must not have seen the video with his friends laughing at her and telling him to get what he can for her and about. Yes, I put that. Okay, so y'all know I told y'all I was working on a 2-part series, right? I'm still not finished, but I was working on part 1 earlier. And I put that clip in there because when she's doing her story time about how her and Janelle met and everything, with the relationship, I put that as an insert in that video. So that part will be added too. Because his friend did tell him that. And that's at that moment right there, that's when she should have left. When 2 men are literally on a public live stream talking about you, disrespecting you, him bragging about what you do, and his friend giving him advice, telling him to get what he can get and leave, baby, you should have been out of there. She should have been gone at that moment. Not even just that. Since she like to say she's so favored, right? God really was trying to look out for her the first time she met Janelle. If y'all remember when she did that story time, she said that he was abusive the very first time she met him. They was at that event and he was calling her all out her name in front of complete strangers. Even something I forgot it, one of the makeup people or somebody that he knew had to ask her if she was okay because of how he was acting. So yeah, that was her. That was her red flag to get the hell on right then and there. It shouldn't have been no. Oh, I'm sorry. The liquor was grabbing me. It shouldn't have been none of that. She should have got the hell on. And that's why one of the things I stood by in the saga the whole time, y'all. If y'all remember, I stuck to this, and I've been saying this since day one. If she went through so much in that marriage with LaTruth, like she said she did, right? Red flag. Oh, I know all the red flags, and oh, I won't settle for another abusive situation because I went through this. If she went through all of the things that she said she went through with LaTruth, if it really happened truthfully, why is it that she ignored all of the red flags with Janelle? That's why I feel like she didn't really experience what she said she experienced in her marriage. Not saying that everything that happened, because we heard audios of them cussing each other out. So that very much happened, right? But ain't no woman in their right mind, emphasis on in their right mind, gonna pursue or stay or prolong an abusive relationship if they just got out of one. We getting the hell on. For one, when you like child, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Most women, when they have been in an abusive situation, they don't want to see another man, smell another man, touch another man for a long period of time. I ain't talking about a woman just coming out of a relationship that was, just a little toxic, regular relationship. But I'm talking about a real, all caps on real, emphasis on real abusive relationship where you really got hands put on you by a man. You don't want another man touching you for a long period of time. It ain't no get up under another one to get over the other one. Not after an abusive relationship. No. Now, a regular relationship, yeah. And that's what she displayed. She displayed that. You can't tell me, and that's how you can call cap on her whole storyline. Her coming out here crying, all on the floor, snotting and crying. I hate love. I hate love. I'm gonna be alone with a bunch of cats before I ever be in another relationship. Child, 2 minutes later. My SpongeBob voice. That's how that goes with Janelle before you can sneeze, child. That's how you know it wasn't real. Mm-mm. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. If you've been there before, if you've been in a toxic, abusive relationship, after you didn't even with a man coming around you, you flinching and it's like shell shot a little bit. Like you just don't want no man around you. It's that's that first part of healing you gotta go through to even be around another man after you done been through an abusive situation. It's no way. That's why I knew to call cap on her storyline. Because she wouldn't, Janelle wouldn't have existed that soon. Right after, like, no healing, no nothing. She was really trying to convince people she was healed, child. Because she moved on with Janelle barely 2 months after her separation. Ain't no healing in that. Ain't no healing. And you know what? She could have, you know what, y'all? If she would have been honest, that would have, I feel like that would have made a lot of things move a little different for her also. Let's say she got with Janelle, even though we know she moved on with him fast, but let's say she got with him the same amount of time, within 2 months after her marriage or whatever, but she was on the internet honest about it, like, hey y'all, I'm hurt like hell. I'm healing, even though I didn't jump into this situation, I'm just having fun. I ain't trying to get nothing serious because I'm not over my ex. I'm letting it be known. It would have been a lot different. That's what you call real transparency. But no, she was trying to convince the world that she was healed from the truth, but you was doing everything. Your actions was saying something completely different. If y'all remember, her actions was showing that 'Cause how you going to a premieres for this ninja, but you on live talking about your ex-husband while getting ready to go to Janelle's premiere? It was just things she was doing. It was like, no, you're not healed, baby. And you, if you go in her comments from the older live streams, you will see people in the comments saying that, like, you're not over your ex, or she looked like she about to cry, like stuff like that. They all in her comments with it. That's the crazy part. Let me go down. Let me go down. Miss Shalene says she thinks he's gonna make it in the industry. As to why she's sticking around, she thinks those twins is her ticket, and that's my thing. Like, even if he does, he gotta take care of them Sharon. So she can still move on because that's a karmic relationship. She can still get the hell on, and he still gotta be accountable for them Sharon. Okay, and you know what? To be honest, y'all, I really believe he gonna take care of his baby. Now, I don't believe that he's around like that. I don't think, because he always, y'all know, I always say Janelle always gave bachelor to me. He never gave settle down, house husband type, family man, stepdaddy. He never gave that through his actions. Even now, he's still running the streets. He doing what he want. He's still living like a bachelor, which is why she don't live with him. That's another thing. If they so happy and it's a whole new beginnings and 360 love story, why aren't they living together? Why she had to move from one place and going to court with the landlord, having those issues just to and notice she had to move instantly. She didn't have no time to plan it out. That landlord said, you gotta get the hell on. You didn't even give me enough time to try to find another tenant. So when you got a man, you should be able to call your man and be like, hey, babe, like, I'm having these type of issues. I need somewhere for me and my kids to go, which should already be understood and not explained. Okay. But this girl has to find a whole nother townhouse, apartment, whatever she's in now, when she got a whole man with 4 bedrooms paid for. That's the most mind-boggling part of it all to me. Like, how, Sway? They going on 3. That's why I keep telling y'all, I don't feel like them people together. Like, I don't see it. I feel like they playing it safe for the camera because neither one can afford to take a hit to their brand at this point. If some of the, that business get out. Shout out to my sis Harmony, because Harm say, she was like, Pac, lie on you. If Janelle done did something, or if they going through it, she gonna find a way to say it. Yes, she will be very subliminal about it, okay? It will be very much subliminal, but I still feel like they not together right now. They just playing it safe for the camera, putting on a united front, like, oh, we still gonna go here and there with the twins or whatever. That's how I feel, because ain't no way. Why aren't you living? You struggling? Why you can't live with your baby daddy? And the reason why I say she's struggling is because she gotta be struggling if she got all these people suing her behind their money, they coins, Wells Fargo loan, Capital One credit card. You got the landlord trying to get the coin. You got Dr. Jill trying to get the coin, and that's just what we know of right now. She didn't have that before 2023. She didn't have none of these problems, even having to downsize. So it's like, yeah, like, it's not making sense. You say what her movie with 3 a.m. sex scene with her? It didn't come out yet, y'all. It didn't come out yet. See, let me say this, because a lot of y'all be like, Lord, like, how he keep putting out all of this and then the movies never come out. It's not that they don't come out, it's that, for one, we don't be looking for it. Let's say that. One of his movies did come out, if y'all remember, the one called was it Legends of the Highway or something like that? That was one that came out, but you got to think about it too. Whenever actors and stuff like that put out these BTS behind the scenes little video clips and stuff, that's in the process of filming it. Sometimes it still takes like a year or so for it to even be released. So it's not like a little, when you see the BTS scenes or whatever, you ain't gonna see the movie in the next couple months. It don't work like that. Like that film is still not. That's in real time. Like shows be, a lot of these movies be filmed 2 years before and then released 2 years later because they still have to do all the editing. Like it's a whole lot that goes into that production. It's a little easier for the cheaper films and stuff, but I just think it never came out yet. It ain't that it just disappeared. I think that never came out yet. And people was just able to see the behind the scenes while it was being filmed. Let me go down. But I see a lot of people saying that talking about he be filming all the movies and nobody. I mean, they never come out. I don't think that it don't come out. I just think that because it's a lot of it is low budget. Uh, People don't be looking for it. I know I don't be looking for nothing with him in it. So, he be posting his little one too, but I don't be looking for none of that. I don't be looking for none of that time. But I am intrigued to see that I don't know if that was I think that was a series though, y'all. Y'all remember? I want to say that was a series they was filming and she was on one of the episodes and it was a sex scene. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they said. So I'm interested to see how that played out. Like I want to see that clip. We definitely gotta review that. I want to see. Hey, Gianna, the fact that Laonia thinks she's blessed is crazy to me, delusional. Who child? Laonia is embarrassed and I wouldn't take her. Y'all be setting me up with them comments, child. Y'all be setting me up. You say, Lupac, you are greatly appreciated. Keep doing what you're doing, and that is revealing and speaking the truth. I love, love, love your content. Thank you, Lady Woods. I appreciate you, my love. Hey, I'm forever chosen. Let me see if I can make it to the bottom, y'all. You say she's probably over there trying to start her 15 business. She starts a new project every 2 months, doesn't stick with nothing. Oh, speaking of that, so y'all remember the clip she put out? Okay, right after the landlord situation came out, she put out that video clip saying how the hair that's in her head right now is a part of her hairline, and then her boutique. She'll have the wig line coming out the boutique. Now, mind you, these are things she already had. So it's like, why do you have to start over again? Why are you having to start over two things that you already did? That's the crazy part. To me, that's businesses she should have still had. That's a coin she should have still had. Yes, but I feel like a lot of times when social media make you lazy, when you making a coin, because this will be considered kind of like uh a easy type of revenue, right? Because you're just going live, or even when you're doing content, even though it's not easy for some people, depending on how much work you put into it. But it's not like a 9 to 5 or a job where you got to physically get up and go to and all of that good stuff. But I feel like social media made her lazy. It made her lazy because she did have a wig line. She did have a boutique with the whole storefront. She had the book. She had the face line and all of that. Like, why don't you have it anymore? That's the crazy part. Now, I could understand if it didn't sell the way it was supposed to sell, which I'm pretty sure that's probably the reason. But the fact that she got to start those things over is crazy. I feel like she just said that because she was embarrassed and she still wants, here we're going back to the whole image thing. She still wants to be viewed in a certain light, y'all. A certain light, which is why she said, I got so much coming. Y'all said I was flexing before. Now y'all know we was just talking about her flexing, and here she go. Y'all thought I was flexing before. I ain't never flex on social media. But that next thing I got coming, that's a big flex. Watch, we ain't gonna never hear about it. We ain't gonna never hear about it, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're gonna be waiting. But she didn't said it too many times. There's always something major coming out. The last major thing she said was she's like, I got some really exciting news and this great thing, and it was the whole single moms network. What happened to that? Like, I thought she was the new brand ambassador. If y'all, when she did that live with that lady, That lady was so excited. She really thought she had got gold. Like she struck gold. Like, I'm so excited because Rihanna has so much influences and so much followers, and she's gonna really put us on the map. Child, they did that one live stream, and Rihanna ain't never promoted that nonprofit again. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you seen it, send it to me. But I ain't seen not one other thing about a single or a mother. Not one time. And you know, when you take on as a brand ambassador, you are supposed to regularly promote that brand. She did it one time in that live stream, and that was it. That was it. And when it comes to, if y'all notice, she ain't been promoting what's that lady, y'all? The face line lady. Dang, what is her name, y'all? I done forgot. But you know the one, the older lady with the great skin, because that lady got some bomb skin, child. Um, she was, pushing her product. Now, she did do a video last week, a couple days ago, where she was talking about the soap and how I put the twins to sleep or whatever. But I don't think that that's giving what it used to. I don't think that that's gonna be, doing what it used to do, because she don't have that influence anymore. She's not selling like she once sold. At one point, this girl was charging $500 per person for a business consultation meeting. 500 per person. She can't do that no more. She can't. Like, it's not giving what it once gave. And I think these people, they looking at her numbers. They looking at when she do videos, and you can see her monkey print, the moose knuckle. They looking at the numbers on those type of videos and thinking that she can bring that over to them, and it don't work like that. She can do that for herself. She can do that for herself, but she don't have that type of influence no more. That left with her divorce drama. When her divorce drama started, that's when all of that influence left. Because people looked at it as deceptive, because a certain image was being portrayed. And that's why a lot of people followed and supported them collectively as a couple, as a unit, as a family. But then when you get online and you start saying, oh, we was somebody say, I loved y'all as a couple, and she starts saying, oh, we was a fake ass couple. We was a fraud ass couple. Girl, do you realize you're telling on yourself? Like, I understand you're mad at your ex-husband, but you telling on yourself too. And that's what people don't realize. When you're overly impulsive, you got to be real careful, because you expose your own hand trying to expose somebody else. And she did that with LaTruth and Janelle. She exposed herself also. Think about with Janelle's body butter creams and stuff. When she got mad, what she did, came to the internet with the text messages letting everybody know that it was cheap, that he stole the idea from another businessman, and she put out the messages and said how he was buying it wholesale and just putting it in little jars, all for her to just get back with him. The next couple of days, she get right back with him, and then she got to start trying to sell herself just to sell his product. That's why you don't do, when you mad, you could be mad all day long, but don't do things that's going to mess up a bag for both of y'all, because this is your baby daddy. So if you're thinking about child support, you got to know that their livelihood is what can give you that child support, right? I know we ain't that slow. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to go, and I don't care how mad I am, y'all, I'm not messing up my baby daddy's bag, knowing he need to help me with these children. Okay? Ain't no way in hell. Who does that? How you, it's the audacity. You gonna ruin his livelihood, but then put him on child support? Where you think you gonna get that coin from? Is he supposed to pull it out his ass? Like, I'm confused. You don't, that's why you don't do that. You don't do, ain't no way I would ever touch that. But she did it to both men. She did it to both of them. And it was even crazier with Janelle because she got back with Janelle. So the next thing you know, she's promoting his body butter, talking about the first 15 people, the first 10 or whatever, to purchase the body butter gonna get a phone call from me personally. That's what you call selling yourself to sell the product. And nobody bought it. Who want a phone call? What were they gonna get from that? It went from the phone calls being valued at 500 per person for a business consultation to, if you buy my baby daddy body butter, I'ma call you personally for 5 minutes. Like, what we gonna talk about? How to lose it all and not be able to get it back? That's the only thing she could tell him. How to lose it all, how to have everything and lose it all, being overly impulsive and enraged, scorned and bitter on social media. There's nothing else that could be said. But that made her look the plum fool, y'all. The plum fool to drag this man and his body butter and tell every secret he had when it came to that body butter, just for you to have to apologize the next day, get back with him, and then try to sell it yourself. That's a slap in the face. So you gonna try to sell the same product to your people that you just told was cheap, and somebody else's product that was being sold at wholesale and repackaged? Like, all he doing is adding scent to it and putting it in the little jars. Or y'all see why the labels don't fit? Because he was too cheap to buy the proper labels. We gonna make them fit. Like, she told all the bits. And that's why I know for a fact that Janelle he not really rocking with her like that. Ain't no man gonna go through something like that. That's the ultimate betrayal. Like, she did her big one on Janelle. That's why Janelle is so embarrassing to her. That's why any chance he get, he's embarrassing her online or doing or saying something that she has to try to clean up. Any chance he gets, he's paying her back. That's why I say if she's smart, she get away from him. That's a karmic relationship. That man is not in it for the right reason. He has always been in that situation for financial purposes. He's an opportunist. That's it. That's all. An opportunist and a bachelor. And he just so happened to get her pregnant. Okay? And he gonna take care of his cheering, y'all. But he ain't finna be stuck in no house with him. I tell you that. That man got that charger and he is rolling like the Flintstones. Okay? That man gone, baby. I'm shocked. No More Stories ain't hit the T app. Since he didn't got his wheels back. What y'all? I'm shocked, y'all. I'm shocked. Ain't no more stories that came out since he didn't hit them streets again. He for the streets, baby. He is for the streets. Hey, Miss Duncan. She has those photos they took when the twins were newborns. That's all she has. She got a couple, but it ain't giving what it gave for LaTruth. Who is that girl, JJ? Who is that? I see you a my. What your name was before? Y'all gotta let me know when y'all change your names, child, because I be so confused. She calls herself wait, pretty brief. Oh, okay. Let me go down. Hey, Southern girl. Let me try to get to the bottom of these comments, child. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm so behind on these comments. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. In my Sean David Way voice. And please support my goal in my Lupac voice. Hey, Miss Belle. Hey, Miss Diane. All the videos show Bree hitting RH in the pool while she had Momo in her hands and in the room when she hit him in the head. We have not seen her do that to Ja. You know what? Well, for one, that pool video, they said that was a skit. I don't know how true that is because that was just something that was floating around. So I've never seen RH nor LaOnya verify whether that was a skit or was it real, right? So we can only go off of what we know. But But when it came to her knocking his hat off and stuff, that was very much true. That happened. And her pouring Gatorade, Kool-Aid, whatever, all over his clothes when he was going to that meeting, that happened. Um, what else did you say? Hold on. I done lost the message. But yeah, she was, and you know what? That's another indicator that she was never afraid of LaTruth. That's how you know LaTruth wasn't. She would do so much to him, disrespect him to the lowest point of the low when it comes to a man, and he still wouldn't put his hands on her. And this is why I say a lot of her videos that she put out, y'all, trying to basically use as receipts for herself, vindicated LaTruth. Shout out to Harm, because if y'all remember that video that when Ayana was in the saga early on, it was that very small clip that she kept playing over and over when she did that video where her hair was all over her head. When she later came out and said Bree was sitting right next to her telling her what to say. Yeah. That video, that was, she only played like, shoot, maybe 10 seconds of it. But the video in its entirety is almost 10-15 minutes. Okay? So it was all calculated. But everybody kept adding. That was when Vibe with Cal was around too. She was the main one I remember because I used to follow her. She was so funny, y'all. She was the main one who was saying, "Where's the rest of that video? Like, we need to hear the whole thing. We can't just go off of that little piece because most people, logical thinkers, gonna be wondering, what did you say to get him to that point of rage? Men don't just automatically start going off in rage. Where's the rest of the clips? Like, what argument was y'all having? Where's the context, right? So it was a lot of people asking that question. We didn't get the full video up until a couple months ago. That's the crazy part. All that time, people was wondering, would we ever get the whole video for that clip Ayana played? Harmony played the video in its entirety. Now, granted, both parties was cussing each other out. Okay, so they both was doing some verbal abuse in that video. Not one, not just him, but both. Both. So if you're gonna call one abusive verbally, you gotta call both of them abusive verbally, right? So when you hear the video, though, it's like you gotta really, really deep think to catch this. She went so low on his manhood, calling him a DB. Mind you, he's her husband, just calling him a PUSSY, talking about another man, comparing him to other men. Like, it was just so bad, disrespectful. She said everything in her power that would have made an abusive man knock her head off. RH ain't put his hands on her not one time, which exposed his self-control. And that was major. It don't take away from the fact that they were verbally abusing each other, but it basically validated the fact that that man ain't no physical abuser, because he didn't know he was being recorded. So if he was abusive, he could have popped in that moment and never knew he was being recorded. He took everything she said on the chin. Now, he cussed her ass back. Call out her name and stuff, but he didn't put his hands on her. Any man would have did the same thing in that moment, unless they was an abuser. Listen, an abusive man would have popped in her mouth to shut up. He wouldn't have let her go that far with her words. That's why when you look at all the receipts that came out in the saga, that's why you can look at those receipts and be like, well, dang, that's how she talked to him. Deuce up, deuce up. Or calling him out his name. Her receipts alone showed that he wasn't physical with her. Her receipts alone. Was she trying to paint the physical narrative at one point? Yes. But it didn't give that. Because you got to look at it from a victim, a real victim, and a real abuser standpoint. Is a real abuser going to allow you to say all of these things? No. Are you even going to say that if you know you with a real abuser? No. And that's why the real ones was able to see it. Now, some people became so personally invested and emotionally attached that was projecting their real abuse stories onto her. That's why they couldn't see it. They were blinded by their personal situation. And it happens. That's why you don't play on these type of situations. You don't play on victims because they are bonding with you on their based on mutual similar experiences. But when yours is a lie, it could get a lot of people hurt. That's crazy. But that's how you know. And that's why when Janelle comes in, she shut up. If she don't lie talking about something she know he don't like, she shut up. Or if he get too close, she flinch. That's because she know he'll put hands on her. LaTruth didn't give that. He didn't give that. When you think about the receipts that she had when it came to Janelle, when she's outside, when Janelle's outside of her house, you don't see her all in Janelle's face cussing him out and saying this, saying that. No, you don't see that on her receipts. The most you seen is the ring doorbell cam. She cussing him out. I'm that girl. Or she's saying this and she's saying that behind her door where it's safe. Not in a room like how she was with LaTruth cussing him out, knocking his head off. She ain't never, her receipts with Janelle never gave that because she knew he would get active. That's the difference, y'all. She knew Janelle would get active with her. She was scared of him. That's why her receipts don't give the same thing. That's why you can say, okay, now, is she really in an abusive situation? We know she wasn't with her husband based on everything, but with him, I don't know because it's giving something totally different. That's why. Imagine that. Imagine somebody saying two men are both the same. Both are because y'all know they was good in this saga for saying Janelle and LaTruth are one and the same, right? But if you look at the receipts on both sides, if you look at the situation as a whole on both sides, it don't give nothing the same. Nothing. Behaviors, receipts, none of that is the same. She was bold. Women ain't bold with men and pushing it to the limit like that with an abusive man. You're gonna be too scared to do that. When you really in an abusive situation, you're doing everything in your power to avoid conflict, not doing things to antagonize it. No, that's not how we move. Child. What time it is? Okay, I'm about to get up off here, y'all. Let me try to make it to the bottom of these comments before I jump off. Fall out the bush. Yes, y'all hit down. See, that's why I'm finna get off. I'm finna get off. They don't love me, y'all. They don't want to hit the like button. That's free, child. She should have kept her mouth closed about that scene until it came out. By the time the producers get finished cutting scenes, her scene may be in that cut. Oh, okay, listen, because they don't like that. You're not supposed to talk about. That's why, but that's how you know it wasn't no major production because with big productions and stuff like that, they gotta sign NDAs, baby. They can't speak on it at all. Like they will get in trouble for that. Hey, Rise, they gonna get in trouble. Come on, let's see. Dang, I was behind in these comments, child. That's how you know I was talking. Hey, Valena. She be sitting on the edge of her bed listening. Listen. Whatever happened to her engagement ring? Child, that was she bought that for herself. That man ain't getting married. Y'all, that man is a hey Healing Hearts. That man is a bachelor, y'all. Janelle is a bachelor. Okay? I'm telling y'all, like, look at how he moves. The fact that the fact that they're not living together and they've been together almost 3 years should tell you something. Ain't no way. I could understand them not being married because everybody don't want to be married, right? Everybody don't want to get married, but not living together and y'all been together that long and you didn't gave him some cheering. Child, I wish I would give a third baby daddy some kids and we ain't at least living together so you can share this responsibility. Ain't no way in hell you gonna wake up in the middle of the night and get these cheering. Okay? Ain't no way in hell. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Notice how when she would go there, she would have her suitcases. So he can just ship her right back to her house when they get into it. Child, bye. We We finna share this responsibility. It ain't finna be no you knock me up and then I gotta go home with these six cheering by myself. Even though some of them was his. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Hey, Tiffany. Oh, shout out to the new people in the chat. Period. You say, I'm a survivor, and you're absolutely right. You will be scared to talk how she was talking to our age. Period. And that's why I don't understand how people didn't see that. Like she said, some of the lowest ish to him. Does that exclude, him from the things he said to her? No. I don't agree with it on no parts. They had a very toxic marriage. Like it was toxic, y'all. Did he deserve what they did to him? No, because she painted a narrative that wasn't true. She painted a narrative that wasn't true about her ex-husband. So he didn't deserve none of that. Especially seeing as how she's with her abuser currently. According to her, we're going off of what she said. And not just what she said, the receipts, because we don't just go off of her word of mouth, child. The receipts to validate it. That's crazy to me. Lupac saying Janelle got over 20,000 batches left and right. Listen, he got some. He got a little, little rotation now. I don't know what they see, child. He over there with the hazel eyes on them hoes. Okay, Janelle said, "Let me pop out them hazel eyes on them." Oh, he and his what they call it, y'all? Not city boy. He in his hoochie daddy era. I can see him in the hoochie daddy shorts with them hazel contacts. he said, "I'm going to premiere." I could see him getting dressed. You know what? I'm stepping out tonight. You know what I'm saying? I mean. And let me put that shit on. I'm gonna put that shit on. You know what? I'm gonna pull out the hazel contacts on the house. Gas up the charger. Bree, I need 40. I need 40 for the gas. Oh, need to get off here before I start cutting up. Y'all, I'm about to get off. Now he called her for gas so he can go see somebody else. Child, let me get up off here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl. Y'all know we always have a time, even if we just shooting a chat. Okay, listen, because it ain't too much of nothing going on. So all we can do is laugh and cut up. For real, for real. I love y'all. I'm about to get off of here because I want to work on that little, the videos I'm working on for y'all a little bit before I go to bed, before I, call it a night, child. Because I've been working consistently on them videos. But yeah, thank y'all for rocking out with me. Thank y'all for the support. Period. We had over 500 in the building on a Tuesday night. Don't get no better than that. Make sure y'all go look for my kid channel over there, Lupac Baby. That's it. It ain't no content yet, but y'all just go subscribe, okay? I should have at least 300 people over there when I check it tomorrow. Because we got 500 that was in the building. So at least 300 subscribers should be over there. Make sure y'all going on over there. Yeah, because we're gonna be pushing some stuff out over there. I like the fact that you can play music and not get a copyright. So that's a major for me. But yeah, y'all, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lupac Baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go. Lupac, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. INDE, yeah, she grinding with ease. PENENT, bringing truth to the streets. Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive. LUPAC, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury. She deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real. This Lupac Baby, capiche? They scrolling.
exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
Lupac, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-E-T, bringing truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lupac, baby, where every video got purpose.